Thank you, Allison, and good morning. My name is Deborah Campbell, and I serve as the city manager for the city of Asheville. Thank you all for your continued support as we recover from Tropical Storm Helene. We are on day 224 of our emergency response and recovery efforts. Today, I'll share progress reports and updates on storm debris removal within the city limits, the reopening of Riverside Cemetery, recovery infrastructure projects, community development block grant, disaster recovery funding, the restart of city council committees, and a few community events that are upcoming. I'll start with a storm debris removal update. As of today, nearly 700,000 cubic yards of storm debris have been collected across Asheville. 265,398 cubic yards of debris have been collected from our waterways, and 423 properties have had debris removed through the private property debris removal program within the Asheville city limits. Contractors should complete the punch list for the remaining debris in the right-of-way in the next couple of weeks. If you place your storm debris by the curb by the March deadline, your debris is on the list and will be picked up. Storm debris removal in other areas continues, including waterway debris removal and the private property debris removal. And now for some really good news. In another milestone for our community, Riverside Cemetery will partially reopen to the public on Mother's Day this Sunday, May 11th. Many thanks to the staff who worked hard to hit this milestone so family and friends have access to the final resting sites of their loved ones. Beginning May 11th, the cemetery will be open daily from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Community members may notice fencing around some grave sites. This is necessary while work continues to remove stumps that impacted grave sites. For long-time visitors, please be aware that some areas of Riverside Cemetery look very different as several large trees were lost to Helene's strong winds. Before I move into our infrastructure update, I would like to once again share our appreciation of the work of WCU students who completed the archaeological assessment in March. That important work allowed the timeline for reopening to be expedited. I'll now move to an update regarding infrastructure. The city of Asheville continues to make strides in infrastructure recovery efforts alongside implementation of projects previously programmed through voter-approved bonds and the Capital Improvement Plan. There are more than 30 capital projects that are active right now, and about a third of these are in construction, are in the process of starting construction, including improvements to Burton Street Community Center Park, sidewalks on New Hawk Creek Road, and the McCormick Field renovation. The remaining projects are in the early phases of planning or design, including 2024 bond projects such as the renovation of Malvern Hills Pool and pedestrian improvements on Lexington Avenue. More information and a detailed list of these projects can be found at asheville.nc.gov/projects. City staff continues to focus on damage inventory and inspection activities associated with the FEMA Public Assistance Program, which will be the main source of funding for rebuilding city-owned infrastructure. In addition to launching the process to rebuild the French Broad Riverfront Park system, staff is preparing to initiate a project to rebuild infrastructure and parks along Azalea Road. We are almost a month into the 45-day window for HUD to review the city's action plan for CDBG-DR, and we have continued to be in close coordination with HUD throughout this time. Once HUD approves the action plan, which we hope will be soon, they will review the city's financial procurement and grant management practices to certify that the city is prepared to effectively manage the grant funds. The city has already submitted all of the documentation necessary for this next step. Please subscribe to the city's recovery newsletter at ashevillerecovers.org to be the first to know about any CDBG DR related updates. Now to an update on council committees. Asheville City Council is launching council member committees to strengthen transparency, streamline decision-making, and better connect advisory board efforts with Helene recovery. The new council committees will begin meeting this month and include policy, finance, and infrastructure. This council committee will focus on budgeting, financial oversight, capital improvements, sustainable infrastructure, planning, and public engagement in the policymaking process. I believe that committee doesn't meet until June. Housing and community development. This council committee will continue to focus on affordable housing, homelessness response, HUD investments, and post-disaster housing needs. Planning, economic development, and environment, which will guide land use, transportation, economic recovery, climate action, and resilience planning. And lastly, council will have a public safety committee, which will focus on police, fire, emergency preparedness, and recovery-related public safety policies. Council committees will play a central role in shaping policy direction and guiding advisory board contributions moving forward. This approach ensures that advisory board work plans are informed by council priorities, recovery goals, and the need to coordinate resources efficiently as the city continues rebuilding efforts. More information about city council committees can be found at www.asheville.nc.gov. Now, I'd like to share some great events coming up in Asheville this month. First, on Friday, May 9th, head over to the WNC Nature Center for Brews and Bears. It's a perfect evening with food, drinks, live music, and a chance to meet the resident black bears. You'll also learn about local wildlife in a fun, family-friendly setting. Also, on Friday night, downtown at Peck Square Park, it's Movies in the Park. This month, we're showing Moana 2 Under the Stars. Bring your blankets, your chairs, and the whole family. There'll be food, vendors, and best of all, it's free. Then on Saturday, May 10th, celebrate the creative spirit of Asheville at the Rad Renaissance in the River Arts District. Several properties along Depot and Robert Streets will be alive with art, live music, and delicious local food. It's family friendly and a fantastic way to explore the district, meet artists, and support our local creative community as they recover from Tropical Storm Helene. And looking ahead to Memorial Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday, May 24th and 25th, join us at Peck Square Park for the Festival of the Arts. You'll find fine art from talented artists across the region, paintings, sculptures, jewelry, and more. It's free to attend and a great way to spend the weekend supporting the arts right here in downtown Asheville. So mark your calendars, invite your friends, and enjoy these special events. In closing, as always, I'd like to extend my thanks to the Mayor and City Council, all of our dedicated City of Asheville employees, our other partners in the county, state, and federal government, as well as our private and nonprofit partners who continue to work tirelessly on recovery efforts. I'll now turn it back over to county staff.